sleep a bit. Here's my quick view drawings. I've got two drawings open, and there's one there with my site plan as a layout. And then the new enhancement is that you actually see the model view as well. And then I can switch to that by clicking on there if it works up. And then I can go to another drawing and I can click on the model there, or I can click on the layout. But I've got a little view to see before I actually commit myself fully. If I go into my other drawing, I can go back to there, or into there. Go back to the ribbon. One of the other little things they've done is if you want to change a colour of any layer, you can do it here. And the thing that used to annoy me a lot was that when I wanted to change a colour, I've got this box up, I was never sure which colour I was on, and they've just put a little black line. And it's these little things that they've added into AutoCAD over this release. It just takes out some of the frustration. So what I'm going to do now is open a new drawing as a 3D ISO. And I'll use my 3D modelling tab, workspace. And I get this ribbon come up. And I have got model and layout view here on this one. And the reason I've got that is because if I go into options, I can turn these on. And how many people actually did I see that used the DOS space? Okay. You may remember this down the right hand side. It's still there in AutoCAD if you remember the DOS space. So they don't throw anything away. It's just they move on and hope you move on as well.
They're going to run out of tabs if you...
Yes, they probably will. They can't do something else. Well, it'll be touch screen probably before you know where you are. So, the little tab they've added here is mesh modelling. And we've got our solid primitives, but here we've actually got a mesh primitive. I can actually go and adjust these to whatever level I want, more faces. I've got 6 here, so I'll keep that there. And I can choose whether to draw a box, cone, cylinder. I'm going to choose a box at the minute. And this is, as Rob was saying, a conceptual thing really, but I can be accurate up to a point. And so I put it on the north, and at the moment I've got my dynamic infill done, so I can actually type in, say, 1500, and then I can go up and I can put in 500, and I end up with a box. Now, some of you that haven't used 3D at all, you will notice that we've got a little box here, which allows you to move around onto the 3D component. You can see that.
Could you minimise your screen a little bit, Peter?
Yeah.
Just minimise your window a bit.
Minimise your window on your computer.
And just drag it a little bit.
No,
it's the resolution. Just minimise your window and then drag it out to the right size, otherwise just resize it. That's a bit better.
That's it.
Right, so we have our mesh box and the faces in there. There are my 6 by 6, so there's those faces there. And I want to have a rough idea where I want to create something, give an image to somebody of what I'm trying to draw. At the moment it's got a smoothness, if I look at the properties, this, of none, just here, large that. And I can set this between 1, 2, 3, 4, and see none. And so if I just set that to 1, it smooths off my corners and edges like that. Disappear. And I want to actually bring a face or change a face on here. What I can do is I've got some filters. I can select either vertex, an edge, or a face. And I'm going to set this to a vertex. And they've also got, if you've used 3D, you've got these gizmos they call, so you want to move or you want to rotate, and they've added one called scale as well. So I've got move here now. I want to move my component or parts of my component, part of my face. At the moment, if I select anything, I'm going to move the whole object. So I have to hold the control key down, and at the moment I'm set to vertex, so I can choose a vertex of the component. And now I want to select faces, so I'm going to choose my face as my selection, hold my control key down. And now, using Gizmo, I can drag these faces in and out and create my object. Just as I can use my dynamic input if I want to be accurate. Set this up like that. And then once I've done that, and I'm happy with change faces and edges, I can smooth it a bit more if I want. And the main thing is I can convert that to a solid. And then I can use that. So that's the 3D enhancement of mesh modeling. Now quickly into the parametric. I'll close these down. And open this. So this is drawn, it's a 60mm rectangle box. And that's my design intent. My design intent is to make that 60 square. And if I want to convey that to someone else, okay, I've got 2 dimensions in there, and they should think, okay, we want that square. But I really want to make doubly sure. And if I go into my 2D drafting and annotation, I've got a parametric tab. And here you've got your geometric constraints and your dimensional constraints. If I show all at the moment, show dynamic. What I've got here is a dynamic constraint saying that this distance across there is 60. What I can do is put another one on here, say that this distance from here to here, to there, is 60. What I can also do, if I go into a manager here, just to make sure, I can also say that that dimension there of D1 equals that one. So I can change that, type in D1, and you can see here, okay, I'll put an uppercase, but D2 equals D1. So whatever I do to this now, go back to here, if I make that 120, my design is that that should stay a square. However, it doesn't, because all I've done is change that dimension and that dimension. So what I need to do now is to go in and say, well, actually, they should be right angles. Well, I've got a right angle, but I've got it on the start. But at least I've got my square. And wherever I change that, I could possibly make that horizontal. And therefore I bring that into line. So there's my design intent. Someone can look at that and realise that whatever I want, you've got to change that dimension. And the actual ordinary AutoCAD dimension, so to speak, gets updated as well when I put in that, because it uses the same